Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The sports world just exploded, my friends. Shadur Sanders, the golden arm from Colorado, the kid who carried that Deion Sanders swagger into college football, has reportedly humiliated the Cleveland Browns in a scrimmage-like private showcase and turned that moment into a life-changing deal. Yeah, you heard that right. Shadur supposedly made the Browns look like a high school defense during a private NFL workout that went viral behind the scenes. Scouts whispered, cameras rolled, and within days, the Baltimore Ravens came knocking. Rumors say Shadur threw 6 touchdown passes in a 40-minute session, mocked the coverage, and left Browns defensive coaches speechless. Insiders are calling it the most ruthless pre-draft flex they've seen in years. Baltimore didn't waste a heartbeat. For seasons, front-loaded money, and a chance to share the field with Lamar Jackson. The internet's going nuts, fans are torn, and sports talk shows can't stop repeating the same question. Did Shadur Sanders just rewrite his NFL destiny before ever playing a pro down? The Browns wanted a glimpse of talent. Instead, they got a highlight reel of humiliation. And now the Ravens might have just pulled off the boldest quarterback move since Mahomes hit the scene. If you think this was just a lucky moment, think again. Sources close to the Sanders camp say this was all part of a master plan crafted months ago by Deion himself. Coach Prime reportedly orchestrated the entire setup. The Browns' invite, the cameras, the perfectly timed leaks, all to send a message. Shadur isn't just another prospect. He's a brand, a movement, and a walking headline. Insiders describe how Shadur arrived at the Browns' facility in full swagger mode, blasting music, rocking shades, and throwing lasers before most scouts had their coffee. He made it look too easy, one anonymous Browns staffer allegedly confessed. And apparently, that's what pissed them off most. Shadur wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was proving a point. The Ravens, always opportunistic, jumped in with a 4-year deal rumored to be worth north of $120 million. No rookie has ever signed something this bold before, and that's why the football world's jaw is still on the floor. This isn't just a signing. It's a statement of power, legacy, and marketing genius. Fans are reacting exactly how you'd expect, half in disbelief, half in pure celebration. Ravens fans are flooding social media with purple lightning edits of Shadur in the jersey, while Browns fans are collectively begging their front office to explain how they got clowned by a college kid. One viral tweet even joked, Shadur didn't sign with Baltimore, he adopted them. ESPN analysts are split down the middle. Some say it's a huge gamble. Too early, too risky, too much pressure. Others argue that if anyone's built for this level of spotlight, it's the son of primetime himself. You can't deny the kid's presence, his command, his flair for drama. Every throw, every smirk, every interview is like a scene from a movie. And now, that movie's moving to Baltimore. The question burning everywhere. How will he coexist with Lamar Jackson? Rumors are swirling that Lamar personally called Shadur, welcoming him like a brother, saying, "Let's make history." If true, this could be one of the most explosive QB duos we've ever seen. But let's rewind for a second. How did we even get here? Just weeks ago, NFL insiders had Shadur ranked as a late first-round pick, with mock drafts sending him anywhere from the Raiders to the Vikings. Nobody, and I mean nobody, had him pegged for Baltimore. The Ravens were supposedly locked in on defense this offseason, focused on reloading their secondary. Yet here we are, with a blockbuster deal that shifts the entire AFC balance. People close to the franchise whisper that the Ravens GM Eric DeCosta was secretly fascinated by Shadur's poise under pressure during Colorado's wild season. Even when his offensive line collapsed, Shadur stood tall, trash-talked defenders, and delivered strikes. That's the same confidence that caught Baltimore's eye. The Browns might have thought they were testing him. Instead, they walked into a trap set by one of football's most media-savvy families. And just like that, the narrative flipped overnight. From draft prospect to multi-million-dollar Raven, all before the draft clock even started ticking. Now the tension between the Browns and Ravens just reached nuclear levels. Rivalries in the AFC North are already fierce, but this move poured gasoline on the fire. Reports claim some Browns executives are furious, accusing the Sanders camp of staging the workout for publicity. But let's be real, that's exactly what made it work. Dion and Shadur understand today's game better than anyone. It's not just about stats. It's about storylines, image, and control. You don't wait for teams to discover you. You make them compete for your spotlight. And that's exactly what happened. Baltimore jumped in because they didn't want to miss out on the next big cultural phenomenon. It's not just about touchdowns. It's about brand dominance. If Shadur lives up to even half the hype, we're talking jersey sales, primetime ratings, and a new era of dual QB offenses. And the Browns? They just became the punchline of the offseason. The sports media circus is in full swing. Every show, every podcast, every YouTube sports channel is dissecting this deal from every angle imaginable. Was this genius marketing or reckless desperation? Did Baltimore just outsmart the league or set themselves up for chaos? You can practically hear Skip Bayless sharpening his takes and Stephen A. Smith preparing a monologue. But underneath all the noise, there's something deeper happening, a generational shift. Shadur Sanders isn't just a player signing a contract. He's a symbol of how modern athletes control their narratives. The Browns' embarrassment was just the first chapter. The Ravens' bet is the next. And somewhere, Deion Sanders is probably smiling that trademark grin, knowing that once again, a Sanders has turned the sports world upside down. The legend continues, and this time, it's not just prime time, it's Shadur time. Now, here's where things get even crazier. Word on the street is that the Browns tried to sabotage the announcement after realizing how bad the optics were. Some insiders claim Cleveland's front office reached out to league officials, questioning the timing and legality of the Ravens' offer, hoping to delay the signing. But that only made things worse. The Ravens' PR team went nuclear, releasing a slick hype video showing Shadur's highlights mixed with Baltimore City shots, purple lightning bolts, and the words "the future is now." Within hours, it racked up millions of views. The internet crowned Shadur Hollywood Jackson Jr., and Ravens fans declared it the dawn of a new dynasty. Meanwhile, Browns fans filled forums with disbelief. "He cooked us in practice and left with a contract," one fan wrote. This whole saga feels more like a Netflix series than a real offseason. But that's the Sanders effect, turning every moment into a storyline. Whether you love it or hate it, it's impossible to ignore. Shadur didn't just join the Ravens. He hijacked the NFL news cycle and made himself the headline of the year. Behind closed doors, people say Lamar Jackson couldn't be happier. Far from feeling threatened, he supposedly sees Shadur as both protege and partner. Someone who can push him creatively, someone who understands the spotlight pressure. A leaked locker room video reportedly shows Lamar telling teammates, "Iron sharpens iron, and this kid's pure metal." The chemistry is already buzzing. Insiders hint that offensive coordinator Todd Monken is cooking up plays that feature both quarterbacks on the field simultaneously. Imagine that, Lamar and Shadur sharing snaps, alternating reads, running trick formations that keep defenses guessing every second. It sounds wild, maybe even unrealistic, but Baltimore's offense has always been about innovation. And if Shadur adapts quickly, he could turn that system into something entirely new. The Ravens aren't just thinking about this season. They're thinking about legacy, about building a team that defines the next decade of football. And Shadur's swagger, combined with Lamar's leadership, might be exactly what they need. But let's not forget, every fairy tale comes with villains. Reports suggest several veteran Ravens players aren't thrilled with how the signing unfolded. Some feel the team is handing too much power to a rookie who hasn't even proven himself in the league. One unnamed defensive starter allegedly said, "We built this house, and now they're giving him the keys before he's even moved in." That tension could make or break the locker room. Yet Shadur, known for his confidence bordering on arrogance, probably won't flinch. If anything, he feeds on doubt. People close to him describe his mindset as obsessive competitiveness, the same fire that fueled his father's Hall of Fame career. The Sanders name carries weight, but it also carries expectation. Every practice, every press conference, every throw will be judged under a magnifying glass. If Shadur delivers, he becomes a legend. If he stumbles, the backlash will be merciless. And he knows that, which is why this signing feels like both a bold dream and a ticking time bomb. Social media, of course, is fanning the flames. TikTok edits show Shadur spinning out of sacks, throwing darts, and mouthing "too easy," with trending rap tracks underneath. Twitter, or X as it's now called, is a battleground of hot takes. Some fans are calling Shadur the heir to prime, while others insist the NFL will humble him fast. Deion's already feeding the narrative, posting cryptic messages like "Kings recognize kings" and "Baltimore just got blessed." Every post becomes a headline, every quote a talking point. You can't script this kind of attention. It's organic chaos, the kind of story that dominates sports for months. And the irony? The Browns, trying to keep things quiet, accidentally gave Shadur the biggest platform imaginable. Whether this all started as a stunt or a genuine football opportunity, it no longer matters. The show's on, the cameras are rolling, and Shadur Sanders is the main character of the NFL's newest saga. Analysts are scrambling to predict how this will reshape Baltimore's playbook. Will Shadur start immediately or learn behind Lamar for a year? One camp believes he'll step in as a hybrid weapon, like a young Taysom Hill, but with a cannon for an arm. Another says Baltimore's already preparing for the long game, grooming him to take over whenever Lamar's contract window shifts. Either way, the Ravens are playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They understand that football isn't just about X's and O's. It's about anticipation, unpredictability, and spectacle. If Shadur lives up to the hype, Baltimore could become the epicenter of modern football culture. Part sports, part entertainment empire. The jerseys, the endorsements, the swagger, it's all part of the plan. And make no mistake, this isn't just about talent. This is about building a legacy that transcends the field, just like Deion did decades ago. The Sanders blueprint strikes again. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. And as the dust settles, one thing's clear. This story isn't going away anytime soon. The Browns will lick their wounds, the Ravens will bask in the spotlight, and the NFL will keep milking this narrative for all it's worth. Whether Shadur turns out to be a generational talent or a cautionary tale, he's already achieved something rare: complete control of his own narrative. In an age where athletes fight for relevance, Shadur created his own storm. Maybe he humiliated the Browns. Maybe he just played them perfectly. Either way, he won. For seasons, a massive deal, a legacy waiting to unfold. The cameras are ready, the fans are watching, and somewhere deep in Baltimore, Shadur Sanders is probably smiling, knowing the world's already talking about his next move. And trust me, in this league, that's the ultimate power. The excitement was not confined to analysts and insiders. Fan reactions reached an unprecedented intensity, creating a viral atmosphere of speculation, anticipation, and emotional investment in Jackson's potential commitment. Social media platforms were flooded with memes, fan art, and live discussions dissecting every possible angle, from predicted jersey numbers to hypothetical touchdown celebrations. Podcasts and video channels dedicated entire segments to breaking down rumors, interpreting subtle signals, and debating what Jackson's arrival could mean for the playoff race, rivalries, and team chemistry. Local media in Baltimore reported heightened anticipation in the city, noting spikes in merchandise inquiries, ticket requests, and public discussions about game day experiences in light of a potential star acquisition. Even casual observers were swept into the narrative, drawn by the combination of mystery, symbolism, and high-stakes potential that Jackson represented. Analysts noted that the purple outfit, once a simple visual cue, had evolved into a cultural phenomenon, serving as a rallying point for fans and a conversation starter across sports communities worldwide. Every post, tweet, and commentary seemed to reinforce the idea that Jackson's rumored alignment with the Ravens was not merely a transaction, but an event capable of capturing the imagination of fans, shaping narratives, and inspiring discussions that transcended conventional sports coverage. As the rumor reached its zenith, speculation shifted toward timing, with experts and insiders debating when the official announcement would arrive and what form it might take. Hints of press conferences, social media teases, and insider briefings suggested that both Jackson and the Ravens were orchestrating a moment designed to maximize impact, ensuring that the revelation would dominate headlines and fan attention. Analysts considered the broader implications for league dynamics, projecting how rival teams might adjust strategies, prepare for matchups, and even reconsider recruitment priorities in response to a single player potentially altering competitive balance. Meanwhile, fans crafted elaborate narratives imagining Jackson in purple, orchestrating game-winning plays, and contributing to highlight reel moments that could define seasons. Every rumor, speculation, and insider snippet coalesced into a compelling story of anticipation, strategy, and spectacle, blending athletic excellence with psychological drama and cultural resonance. By the time night fell over the league, it was clear that this was no ordinary story. It was a crescendo of suspense, a high-stakes prelude to what could be one of the most dramatic, transformative chapters in Drake Jackson's career and in the Ravens' history, where a single color, a single gesture, had become the epicenter of football conversation worldwide. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.